Got another episode of Prime People. I got my man Rustam here with me. I've known Rusty for feels like a decade now.
About a decade.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And it's funny because like it doesn't necessarily feel like I haven't seen you for a long time because we interact online on a very frequent basis.
Corresponding.
We met initially at Good Life, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Way back in the day, I met at Good Life Fitness Center. I think you were coming in to work out, and I was
Chad Stewart.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, then I should see you out at Joe Cool's. Yeah, and I was like, oh, you know, I used to always come out, party with you out down there.
Yeah.
You know, have a good social event.
Were you working at Good Life at the time?
Yeah, I worked at Good Life for about like, I would say like 14 years. Did a long stretch. It was a good time.
Sherwood Forest Mall was one of the OG Good Lives too. I remember a lot of the people that we met there went into the city to do pretty awesome things and are kind of all over the place and like grow up over time. But you know, that's one of the reasons we shoot these episodes is to expose you to people in your city that you might not know are out there, right? And the one thing about you is every time you pop up on my social, I get a surge of energy, right? Because you got a positive outlook. We were talking about your buddy who I don't know personally, but
Steve.
you guys go to Good Life, you work out, you know, you talk to people about like just keeping a high level of expectation of themselves, getting out there and actually training and like goals, right? Because I mean, when you worked at Good Life for such a long period of time, you probably learned so much. And that's where that translates into, right?
One of the biggest things I would say I learned from Good Life is like goal setting. Every year, all the sales that we did, all the kind of like the mantra that we put into the the customers or clients that we had was, you know, try to achieve a goal, try to challenge yourself, you know, how to get yourself to that next level, right? And one of the things is I've learned over the years, write it down. Make it real. You know what I mean? And that translates to many different things in life.
So if you write something down, how often are you actually looking at it?
Now, when you write it down, the key component is print it out, stick it on somewhere going to be the most often in your life, like the kitchen, on your fridge, behind the computer, on the computer desk.
I heard a good one actually when it comes to that, and it's actually put it on your screensaver on your phone.
Great idea.
Ed Milet was saying you look at your phone 480 times a day, typically.
Oh yes.
Right? So if you see that 480 times a day, it makes a difference. And I found for ourselves, like goal setting with our team structure, like literally once a week I do a mind sweep and I make sure to take a look at that. I'm like, are we on track for that? So I want to dig into that a little bit more because I think there's some value there. All the people that you saw over time, like 80-20 rule, what's the one mistake you saw most often with people that got off track?
The one mistake I would say is people are not printing it out and putting it on the wall. I think visualization and like subconsciously thinking about it really makes a huge change in your life. Like I print my goals out, stick them on my wall. I tell my workout partner that I work out with, Steve, I tell him, you know, me and him both always play off each other. Like, did you put it on the wall? Have you achieved your goals?
Straight up accountability.
Yeah, accountability, and also having an accountability partner or accountability team. What I started recently was a fitness challenge with just my friends, and we actually all went into kind of like a chat group together, and we started like encouraging each other to be accountable every week to achieve our like fitness goals that week, right? So somebody would be like, oh, I went for a 30-minute walk today, and you know what? They'd be like, hey, I went for a 30-minute walk today, and the rest of us would be like, swipe. Awesome, you know what I mean?
And supporting each other, and the accountability and the supporting, right? Because I mean, it doesn't help if you're sitting there being negative towards somebody, but like I've got a private group that we do the same thing, and like because of my work and everything else, I always find an excuse to eat bad food, and like that's one thing I remember we started. We're like, man, let's get on a good kick together. And like you fall off track, you see your buddies all on a good track, and you're like, I want to get back there, right? So it's like, and you have those checking points where you just get back on track, because I mean you're gonna fall off track, right? Like
we're all human.
Over time, we're all human.
I love burgers. You know, some people like pizza, right? You gotta enjoy life. You still gotta live life, but at the same time be kind of conscious on the effort that you're making towards your goals also.
So coming from the Good Life background that you had and kind of where you're at today, where are you heading next? Because I know like you've got a structured life, you're disciplined to a certain degree. You got things. We're at a climbing gym because Rocco's like, let's go climb, and we just spent an hour doing that. We'll have another episode of Prime People putting you guys onto this place because it's awesome. But like, then you're into jiu-jitsu. That's something I want to talk about in a second too. Connect on that. Like, what are you looking forward to? Like, what is that kind of next? wall that you're going to climb? I guess?
I think right now I started working on running.
Yeah.
I've never been
right?
never been I'm a sprinter.
Yeah.
Always been like the 100-meter dash, 200-meter, or the one lap on the track, but never really done the distance like 5K. And I just started into that. Last year I did the one of the mech races, 5K, the Halloween one. You dress up in Halloween costume, run in Gibbons Park.
I see you do like color runs and stuff like that. Too, right? Just to have a goal or something.
Have a goal. But now it's like they give you a chip time and they say go.
Wow.
And I've been trying to cut back on my time, get a shorter 5K time as much as I can.
Yeah.
So that's my next challenge for this year.
So let's dig into the other thing I want to talk about, because that was one thing like we kept in touch with, is you started doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
so
one of the biggest things we have in common is jiu-jitsu.
How'd you get into it, first of all?
I started doing Taekwondo, and my Taekwondo instructor was also, I think, a first degree Dan in Aikido.
Okay.
So he used to teach me Aikido while he used to teach me Taekwondo. And these were private lessons that we just trained together. And then one day he had to leave the country, and I think he went back to Malaysia, I believe. And we started, I'm like, oh no, where do I go? What do I do? And he's like, have you tried jiu-jitsu? And I was like, no, never. What is that? And he's like, well, it's submission grappling. It's good for you and overall, everything. And I was like, all right, sweet. So went to my first school he referred me to was Binder's Alliance Jiu-Jitsu, and then I was there for about like I would say like, I'm not sure how long. Time flies, you know. Like I think it was like maybe four
traditional gi.
Like, traditional gi, jiu-jitsu. I was there for maybe 4 years, and then I just wanted to branch out, see what else is out there, you know. And then I got into Gracie Baja, London.
Yeah.
And
good squad. I know a pile of guys that train there.
Oh, great school. And you know, got really connected with those guys. It's like family oriented. We're pretty much, as you know, like, you know, we're like brothers, sisters, just, you know, it's a good family environment. And you do jiu-jitsu also, right?
I do, yeah. So I trained no-gi for probably like 6 years with the adrenaline guys, so at ATC. And then the gi program took off there probably about 2-3 years ago. They've had it for about 5 years, but because they have a lot of guys that are, you know, they're training, they're professional athletes, and they're actually competing in the UFC and some other places like that too. Their grappling game from an MMA standpoint is so high level, so we were all kind of helping and supporting. And then I don't even know how it happened, but like one guy showed up in the gi, then another one showed up, and another one, and the gi became kind of everybody's obsession, because, you know, gi jiu-jitsu is something that you guys should definitely look into. Don't be intimidated. You got guys like us that'll take you and bring you there and teach you how to get into a class, who to roll with, who not to roll with, you know, all the little tricks to really enjoy yourself. But you get that progression where you start off as a white belt, and then you get a stripe, and then you get another stripe, and then you get another stripe, and if you're not paying attention, all of a sudden you're a blue belt. Boom. Right? And like, you get that progression. And we said that, you know, there's a lot of commonalities between jiu-jitsu and rock climbing, which is why we came here and kind of had that discussion, right? So like, it's something that everything's different, but it's all the same, right? Like, whether you're talking about your eating habits, whether you're talking about work, like, it takes work to get there. It takes discipline instruction, but it takes accountability partners like you. Like, literally, I'd see you rolling on Instagram, and I'd be like, I gotta get to the mats, because
gotta get there.
Russum's gonna beat me the next time I see him, right? We've never rolled,
never rolled.
and we'll get some B-rolls.
Definitely.
But other guys like Hawk and everybody else that like, it's a family. Like, Hawk trains here, you know him from climbing. Like, everybody's linked, and I think like, I kind of want to curtail or wrap up the episode with that, is we've got such an amazing community of people in London and surrounding area. People leave, they go do other things, they come back. You know, the reason I wanted to put Rustum here, he's not a real estate agent. He doesn't have anything to do with real estate. He's a beautiful human being in our community that's literally there for you at a drop of a hat. Even if you don't know him, if you reach out to him on Instagram, I'll have him drop his handle in a second. If you have any questions, he'll guide you to whatever path you want to go down, or just be there to support you if you want to go rock climbing. Like, if, you know,
come on down. You know,
last week was the Bell Let's Talk Mental Health Week, right? Where people sometimes feel like they're alone in the community. One of the main reasons we want to do this with our podcast, essentially, is to put people like you on a platform and let people like you know that guys like this are out there.
Reach out
to them through me, right? Like, if you're like, hey, I want to know that guy, or, you know, you bike, you do jiu-jitsu, you rock climb, now you run.
Now I run,
Is there
yeah.
anything that you do that I don't know that you do?
I ride too, but that's like on the road.
Yeah. Like road bike.
Yeah,
right?
road bike.
Okay.
Yeah, and like whatever. I'm good for whatever.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Russell will
Just-
hook you up.
Yeah, I'll tell you where to go. Salsa dancing.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I've seen that too. So you can find him on Instagram. I would say follow that account above anything else. What's the actual account?
It's RD900.
Okay.
RD900.
R.D.900. And I'll link that there so you guys can click on that. Man, I appreciate it as always. This was a blast. It was nice seeing you.
Always. Good seeing you, man.
Awesome. Thank you. We're good.